Alright, Valaste. That was interesting.
What happened? Where did you go?
Sheogorath put me through another trial, but I have the third book.
Oh, I'm almost afraid to ask what happened. I hope this trial wasn't too painful. I'll start translating this book right away. We've got one more trial to go. Nice work.
Alright.
There's only one more trial. We'll let you know once we're finished delving through Sheogorath's madness.
Valaste, you were in my last trial.
I was? What happened?
Sheogorath forced me to save duplicates of you, Vanis Galarian and Shalador.
The more we deal with him, the more I'm convinced. The mad god is a spoiled child, pulling legs off bugs just to watch them twitch. What else happened?
He had me attacking visions of the alliances, even the leaders.
Some kind of commentary about Shalador's goal, no doubt. He may be a child, but Sheogorath certainly knows how to make a point.
It's intense. Alright, since I'm in the middle of doing guild stuff, may as well do the next Fighters Guild quest right here. Yeah. See how many champion points do I have? Not that much. I am gonna leave the group. And let's see, alright. Real quickly, let me check. Alright, so the Prismatic core. I need to do this one. Guildmaster Sees-All-Colors has plans to make use of the crystal and tome we found in the depths of Merid-Nunda. I've been asked to report to Sees-All-Colors again. I should make my way to her. Okay. Oh, she's across the wall. Partially legible letter. Oops. It's over between us. I never want to see your shadow across mine. If I could, your title, I don't care, and you can tell that pretty mistress of yours that I'm in the Fighters Guild, so she better watch her back. Damn.
I see the messenger found you, comrade. We've discovered much since our adventure in Mezenelt. The events of the past continue to stalk us.
What do you mean?
The visions, my friend. The Ayleids fled from the forces of Molag Bal and hid away the remains of a powerful relic. Merrick has taken the crystal and the tome to an ancient forge. There, he's begun the work of crafting the weapon anew.
So we're gonna join him?
In time, comrade. First, you and I must travel afield, to the ruined city Abagarlas. It was there the Ayleids went, to stop the Mortuum Vivicus. Together we will understand the threat to the present and the events of the past.
I'm ready to go if you are.
Comrade, you were the first person I thought of when it came time to explore a musty ruin. That is meant as a compliment.
Can you remind me, you mentioned a crystal?
Of course, you have much to concern yourself with. When last we spoke, we had explored the dwarven ruin of Mezenelt. We found an ancient crystalline tome, left behind by a squad of Ayleid soldiers fleeing undead abominations.
That's right. Why did you leave the ruins so quickly?
You have my apologies, comrade. When I heard the ancients speaking of the Mortuum Vivicus, I knew the past might contain more clues to solve our present crisis. I wanted to begin my research immediately.
Can you tell me any more about the forge you mentioned?
We call it the Earth Forge. Merrick found it on a contract a few years ago. The maintenance constructs had long since shut down. The ruin contains the most unique blacksmithing setup. Even the basest of metals sing in its embrace.
You mentioned enemies. What did you mean?
In Mezenelt, we saw visions of ancient soldiers, survivors of a strategic attack on a city of darkness. Abagarlas is that city, an ancient stronghold of Molag Bal. I expect we will learn much from those old stones.
Okay. Let's do it. And the people of Abagarlas reared up a vast shrine to Molag Bal, but they were but rude soldiers rather than artisans. Okay. This looks kind of cool.
Welcome to the ruins of Abagarlas, comrade. ancient home to a foul den of necromancers and Molag Bal worshippers.
What's the plan?
We are here to relive the past. In Mezenelt, we saw a squad of soldiers on the run for their lives. Here, at Abagarlas, that same group was calm and in control. Together we can see what they saw, and discover what they knew about the Mortuum Vivicus.
How can we do that?
After Mezenelt, I researched a way to take control of the visions we saw. Osterand was the ancient soldier charged with bearing the prismatic weapon into battle. It is through his eyes you will see. And, in turn, I will see through your eyes.
What do you hope to learn here, Colors?
The ancients stood against the Vivicus and survived. Now, Molag Bal makes ready to unleash the same relic against Tamriel again. It is my hope the courage of the long dead will save the living of today.
Then we better get started.
Hold still just a moment, comrade.
It's up to you, Osterand. You bear the prismatic weapon, and the hopes of everyone in Delodil. Lenath and Kurano will hold the door from this side. Valasha and I from the other.
Oh, what the hell?
May the sunburst guide your sword arm, my friend.
I look like one of them. Wait, where do I go? Oh. Alright. Let's see. Skeletal soldier.
My son, you must ensure I am not disturbed. Maintaining the final phase of the Mortuum Vivicus requires all of your concentration.
Damn, bro. Dude, how many freaking skeletons did I attract? Holy crap. Like, damn, bro. The unholy temple. Let's see, the king is furious. Construction of our magnificent temple was completed several months ago. At the time, we dispatched an emissary to the city of Delodil. The invitation to view our seat of power was extended with an open hand, a chance for the heretics to make a pilgrimage and, at last, bow to the master. Today the response arrived from the so-called king of Delodil, condescendingly dismissing our invitation. He called our temple pitiful, and mocked our craftsmen and our master. This cannot be borne. Father has entered the heart of the temple, and even from here I can hear his rage as he shouts to the master for aid to wipe this humiliation away. Father is furious, but I am filled with joy. This affront must end in war. This insult must end in death. So much death.
By the mace of the master!
Prince Melia. You look like me. Why are you... What the hell? So why can't I use spells, bro?
Fool! You cannot stop the Mortuum Vivicus. Oh no! Master, please! Spare me!
What the hell? Just run through. Hey, there's a book here. So this week is filled with games for Xbox and Game Pass. I'm really excited to try out Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. I hope to boost it up to get UB Plus on Game Pass. Yeah, I think Ubisoft, the Ubisoft thing would be pretty cool if it came to Game Pass. Exegesis of Merid-Nunda. I'm not really sure what other games are coming to Game Pass, but I'm excited too. Can't wait to check them out. I still need to play some of the ones that are out there right now, like Unpacking and stuff. Let's see. Ooh, nice Lorebook. Exegesis of Merid-Nunda. Truly the tract of Merid-Nunda is one of the strangest and least understood works of mytho-history that has come down to us from the early First Era. It exists only in partial manuscript form, a single copy of which resides in the library of the Arcane University at the Imperial City, or at least it did, though since the Mages Guild was blamed for the disappearance of the Emperor Varen and driven out of Cyrodiil, I don't know what has become of their once admirable library. Fortunately, I was granted an opportunity to study the noted tract in detail while the guild was still in possession of it, and made a personal copy for myself so I could continue to unravel its mysteries once I'd returned to Elenhir. The problem of understanding the tract of Merid-Nunda is twofold. First, the extent of the document is clearly part of a larger work drawn from seemingly somewhere in the middle, and without the preceding and following portions of the work, we have little context for the part that remains. Second, the tract is written in a peculiar argot that employs alien phrases in late Nedic syntax, including many words of unknown origin that don't appear in any other source. However, working outward from fragments previously translated by Wenegris Monhana and Herminia Cinna, I believe I can shed some new light on certain key passages in this mysterious manuscript. Our format shall be to provide the translation of each passage followed by my interpretation of its meaning. We're known as the 9 coruscations who followed the parabolas that led away from Magnus. Merid-Nunda was of these sisters, as was Menemo Lee, as was Zero Lig, as was... This appears to identify the Daedric Prince Meridia with the so-called Star Orphans, those Anuic entities that separated from Magnus when the Divine withdrew from the creation of the Orbis. The best known of these Star Orphans is probably Menemele, the Blue Star, who was associated with untimed events, and was said to be visible even in the daytime sky at the time of the Dragon Break. Thus we call upon Senedillin to bind the earth, as we speak to Merid-Nunda regarding the light, for she is the scintilla that fears not darkness, and swims the waves of pull and spin. For the Aliads, of course, light was one of the 4 elements of creation, and this passage seems to confirm that Meridia was the personification of light to the wild elves. Though I am certain of this passage's translation, I confess the meaning of the final phrases eludes me. The next passage was quite difficult, but its translation adds an entirely new episode to our accounts of the Dawn era. The Lords of the Chaos Realms chided Merid-Nunda for her trespass, and bade her return to Orbis, claiming all existing spheres as their own. Merid-Nunda formed of her substance a great drag lens, and the light of Magnus was bent thereby. The rays carved, focused a new sphere from the chaos which Merid-Nunda, laughing, sparkling, did claim for her own. This appears to recount the origin of the colored rooms as Meridia's Oblivion realm is known, seemingly formed directly out of the stuff of chaos by an act of divine will. And finally, thus does Merid-Nunda slide across the rainbow road from end to end, at one end stretching the dragon, at the other end compressing him. A curious passage indeed. The dragon, of course, traditionally refers to the divine we know as Akatosh, the god of time. This seems to suggest that by traveling the Rainbow Road, a reference to the prismatic refraction of light, Meridia can in some sense alter the rate at which time flows forward, altering the speed of time. Is this merely an absurd conceit of the late Aliad sorcerer's priest, or a genuine insight into the nature of one of the last understood Daedric princes? Who can say? That was interesting. Journal of Baron-Amat the Great. And so begins the adventure of Baron-Amat the Great. As a soon-to-be renowned explorer, this tome will officially begin my body of work, scholarship that I am certain will be studied for centuries to come. Beginning with this tome, I will uncover the secrets of long-forgotten cities. I will discover the ancient mysteries that have lain undisturbed by mortals for long years. In short, I will go where others fear to tread and find things that others are unworthy to find. My journey begins here, in the ancient city of Abagarlas. Lost to time, I discovered this ruined city after extensive research in my father's library. I alone have the courage to explore this dark city. I will begin by descending this dark stairway before me, although the way is dimly lit, and dust fills the air. I am confident the ancient Aliad architecture is sound. Onward to greatness, and then he died. Hey, what's up, Ramser? How's it going, man?
That was Prince Malian, scion of evil King Anumeril. He must have been left behind to defend the Vivicus.
It's a statue.
A shrine to the Prince of Lies. My stomach turns just to see it. Let's move on.
Okay. Another one?
By the light, that must be the Mortuum Vivicus.
No! My sacred
Palolel.
charge! Your life for the Master! Strike now!
Damn, bro.
My death means nothing. The Master will still destroy. Wait! What? No, my lord! I served you faithfully!
Goodbye. Good riddance. Damn, man. Alright, let's destroy the Mortuum Vivicus. Stab it?
Well, you accomplished nothing. I removed the Vivicus to Coldharbour. This doom will come again to Tamriel.
Comrade, over here!
Okay.
This is terrible, my friend. Osterond was on the verge of destroying the Vivicus, and... nothing.
What do you mean?
The rapids have grown swift, and we did not even notice. Let me explain. Do you remember the notes you took from Dosha's lair? The ones that spoke of the Vivicus?
Yes, why?
I had assumed that this relic she spoke of was a legend. Even when I heard the words of Osterond, Endera, and their companions, I thought this was a threat from a time long forgotten. But, comrade, we just saw it. The Vivicus was never destroyed.
What does this mean?
You saved Merrick from a worm-cult plot to harvest souls, remember? Those souls are fuel for the Vivicus. The intact Mortuum Vivicus that Molag Bal has kept hidden all this time, safely tucked away in Coldharbour.
What do we do?
You must go to the Forge. Help Merrick Adeswalo restore the prismatic weapon to its full potential. I will do what I can to find where he has hidden the Vivicus. Comrade, I put my faith in you. You must tell the others. Warn them. Can I count on you?
You can count on me, Guildmaster.
I would entrust this task to no one else, comrade. You go with the weight of the Guild on your shoulders.
That Orb of Light was the Mortuum Vivicus?
Just so, my friend. I believe it to be some kind of relic. A massive spell capable of holding and harnessing the souls of thousands upon thousands of dead. If it had been released, if it is released, the world as we know it will end.
Whose memories did I relive?
You saw through the eyes of Osterond, one of the valiant ancients that fought and died in Mezenalt to safeguard our future. According to what we saw, it was he who slew Queen Palolel and stopped the use of the Mortuum Vivicus.
Yeah. Alright, how do I get out of here?